Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you from, you ready, Indio, California, which is just east of Palm Springs and Palm Desert. And I got this little beauty with me again today. Let me say hi. No, let me say hi. Yeah, okay. So it has been an awesome day. So welcome to day 190. And there's a couple of things I forgot to do yesterday, which I want to address right now before I get started on today and what happened today. So yesterday in New Zealand, today here in the States, it was Waitangi Day. Waitangi Day in New Zealand is the day that the Maoris and the Europeans signed the land treaty. And then the real colonization of New Zealand began. So it's kind of like it's New Zealand's birthday. And if you want to see the Treaty of Waitangi and hear all about it and the history behind it and all that, there's a place called Waitangi, which is well north of Auckland, up there in Northland on the little narrow piece up the top there, where you can go and you can visit the treaty house and you can visit see the marae and see the treaty and all that sort of stuff and learn about the history behind the treaty and the effect that it's had as well. And then yesterday, I don't know why I didn't write it in my book, but I totally forgot to put in my book that I have to say a fond farewell to a birthday buddy. So my birthday is December the 9th. I happened to share it with Dame Judi Dench, Donny Osmond, and the late, great Kirk Douglas, who passed yesterday. So he was 103. And last December, he celebrated his 103rd birthday. I celebrated my 53rd, so there's 50 years between us. And I remember him from some of his movies. I remember him from Spartacus, Gunfight at the OK Corral, Man from Snowy River. I love that movie. If you ever want to see the most amazing horse stunt ever, you've got to watch that movie. They've got this great horse stunt where this horse goes down this shale hill. It's incredible. But one of my favorite characters that he played was Uncle Joe in the movie Greedy. And if you haven't seen Greedy, it is hilarious. Uncle Joe is this rich dude who's kind of knocking on death's door, so to speak. And so all the family starts gathering around him and backstabbing starts going on. And he's trying to figure out who he's going to leave all of his money to, his billions to and all this sort of stuff. And Michael J. Fox is one of the characters in there as well. So it's actually, he plays a really, really good role in that one. So really enjoyed that movie. So rest in peace, Kirk Douglas, and thank you for all your years of service to the movie industry and for all the great movies that you starred in and for sharing your talents with everybody. Okay, so on the road again. Today was day one on the road. Zeffie did amazing. We woke up when we were supposed to. We kind of dilly-dallied a little bit, so we're a little late in getting out. But that's okay, because one of the things that we went through the book, The Power, was that if you are rushing time-wise, that's negative towards time, so it's going to take longer to get there. And then if you're sort of like, it doesn't matter what the time is, things just start moving smoothly and going well and all of that. But if you're in a rush, that's a negative towards time. So time is going to work against you. So relax, enjoy. And, we didn't have a timetable. We just knew we wanted to get here before dark. That was the only requirement, which is around 5 o'clock at night. We had plenty of time. We were only going like 3 hours down the road. We left our site. We went around to the other side, said goodbye to our friends there. And then went down across the road from the campground. There's a gas station right there, so I got filled up with gas because we were sitting at just above a quarter tank. Got that, so sparkles needed to be filled, have a full belly before we left. And Zeffie, we got her buckled in. I've got this buckle that goes into the seatbelt buckle, and then it attaches to her harness. And so I put her bed down between the seats, and but she sat up actually on the passenger seat, and she sat there while I was fueling. And of course, I'm at the back of the rig, and I walked to the side, and I could see her in the concave mirror at the bottom of the side mirror there. And so you could see her sitting there like looking out, and she had her feet up on the dashboard and having a good look around and everything else. And then once we got in there and we started rolling, she just curled up and went to sleep. And she was there for probably about an hour. And then she moved down onto her bed between the seats. And then she moved over so she was as close to me as possible. So all I had to do was just reach down and give her a scratch on the head every now and again. And she used the in the middle of between the two seats, you'll see it in one of the photographs that I posted today. There's a hump there, and that's the engine cover. The middle of that hump can actually be unscrewed and lift off to allow access to the engine, to the top part, for when you're doing like oil fills, or filling up the oil. It's the only way you can access the little oil filler thingy. And then you just screw it back on. So she was snuggled up against that hump. She was putting her chin up on the hump, and she was just really, really good. There was no time did she whine at all. And we went up the 15 to the 215 to the 60. And then once we got on the 10, I was sort of like, okay, I really need a break, so I'm going to have to find somewhere for a break. And then a few miles down the road, we see rest area, half mile. Yes! Because Helen totally forgot to look at the next exit book to figure out where our rest areas were. But when we got there, we had like 45 minutes from there to the campground. So we were well and truly on our trip. So we left at 10:20. We got to the campground at 1:20. So 3 hours, including our stop. It was awesome. And we come into this resort. It is gorgeous. You come down this tree-lined driveway. There's an island down the middle as you're coming in. That we found an off-the-leash area immediately to our right, not far after past the gate to get in. There's trees everywhere. And got down to the office, got all checked in and everything else. Then they bring out a golf cart and escort you to your site. So we got escorted to our site and we got taken through. Now, some of the sites are grass and some are gravel, but every site has a concrete pad that you park. Whoop, you're about to fall off there, Missy. That you park the RV on and any vehicles you have. So the gravel and the grass becomes like your patio area. And so we're on gravel. But we drove through all the area with all the grass ones, and it looked so beautiful. It's beautiful and green and all that. And we got here and got everything set up, figured out how to hook. God, I forgot my dog's name. Zeffy. I forgot the dog. Sorry, Zeffy. I forgot you. I had a brain fart. Figured out how to hook her to the back of to where the tow bar goes in, because it's got these two little U-shaped things welded onto the thing. And so I put a carabiner over that and hooked her leash to that, so she was able to do that while I got hooked up with power and water. We got all that done, and she's getting her back scratched. Can you tell? Get that face. And she's been very clingy to me today. So she's been trying to get close to me, but since we've parked, and if I'm up on the seat here and the thing, she's been up here next to me, sleeping next to me, loving on me and all that sort of stuff, except for when I was on my mastermind call earlier. She was over on the couch. She was like, I'm not having anything to do with that. Hey, you're about to fall off with your butt. There you go. Yes, can't have you falling off. We did eventually go for a walk, but it was dark by the time we finally got out. Both of us were wiped out. We just napped. We had a nap this afternoon. This dog is hilarious. So she did really good on her first road trip. I was very proud of her. Beautiful resort. And then on our walk this evening, we found the other two. There's actually 3 off-the-leash places in this park, in this RV resort. If you could see this dog down here, it is hilarious. Her butt's almost off the edge of the chair. She's kind of twisted around with her stomach kind of showing, but she wants a back end rubbed. You go after the stomach, she rolls over so you can't get to it. So they've got 2. They've got a small one, they've got a medium-sized one, then they've got this really large one which has this big dip in it. So one thing I noticed that they don't have, though, is they don't have the double gate. So it's a single gate to get in. So if somebody accidentally opens the gate or something, this one could go. So I'm going to have to watch that. But we're definitely going to have a look at the larger one tomorrow, because you go in and then there's this big dip that they can go running around, and she is going to love ripping around that. So we'll get her into that tomorrow. Now we're playing with toys. So if you hear any strange noises, this is our toy. We've removed the squeaker from it, but it's still got crunchy stuff in there, which we love to shake around. So you were going to try on the off-the-leash things tomorrow. We got here, it was a very beautiful, like low 70s, like 71, 72 when we got here. It was gorgeous, gorgeous day. The sun was shining and everything else, and we just sort of like went, blah. So, but really excited to be back on the road again. And was reading the one thing when Jason texted me to say, when are you doing your live? And I looked up and it was 4 minutes past. So thank you, Jason, for the prompt. And I was reading in here about how nobody can succeed alone. If you look at every successful person, they have, where is it written in here? Oh, that's not it. I got to find it real quick. I had it here a second ago. Everyone has one person who either means the most to them or was the first to influence, train, or manage them. No one succeeds alone. No one. And when you think about it, if you look back at all the, all these successful business people like Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, you look back at all these very successful business people, even those in the movie industry as well, or the entertainment industry, they all have one person who was their biggest influence, who was their coach, their mentor. They all have one person that helped them get ahead and help them succeed. And they all quote this. Excuse me, we're about to send you on a run. So they all have one person in their life that was key and pivotal in their success. So when you're thinking about things that you want to do and you want to succeed in business, look for a mentor, look for a who's your biggest influence, who's the person that believes in you the most, who is the person that can help you get from point A to point B, and from there you go on to the next person and the next person. So you always have that one pivotal person. And this is a really cool book, The One Thing. Excuse me. Go over there. She's now in play mode. She's been sleeping all afternoon. Even after we arrived here, she was like, okay, we're now going to bury it behind Mum. I don't know where you're going with that, but she's trying to get in behind. So think of, if you want to succeed in business, who is that one person that is the most influential in your life, or that one mentor that you have that has your best interest at heart and helps you get from point A to point B? And then just concentrate on one thing. And if you look at, and like they're talking about in here, you look at all the, hello, I'm coming to this side now. If you look at all of the different businesses that are out there, there's one thing that they started with, one thing, or they have that one theme that goes through their entire business. Look at Apple, for example. They use that in the book there. Yes, you've had the iPads and the iPods and the iPhones and the iMacs and all of that sort of stuff, but it all started with one thing. And it's just developed from there, but there's that continuing theme through everything. So it's a very interesting book, and I'm enjoying reading it. So I'm going to go read some more of it now. Tomorrow is an off day. Oh, that's one thing this thing has. Hang on. Gotta hold it up. I didn't. Here it is. This place has a lot of activities. This is the schedule just for this week. And then on the back it describes what the activities are. So tomorrow, let's see, it's Friday tomorrow. So it's the last day to purchase the Valentine's Day tickets. Well, I'm not going to be here, so it doesn't matter. At 10:30, I can go learn to line dance. And then at 11 o'clock, I can do the beginning line dance class. And if I want to, from 1 to 3, I can go learn Mahjong. And at 2 p.m., they've got Jamming with Jens. And Jamming with Jens, I found it on here, is bring your musical instrument, voice, or just come over to listen. All skill levels are welcome. So that could be a very interesting thing to go and listen to, have an impromptu concert. Then there is a guest-generated happy hour at 4 o'clock, and then at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, they're showing the movie Judy. I thought, I haven't heard of that movie, so I had to go look it up. And it came out last year, and it's about Judy Garland and about the time that she spent in London in 1968, I think it was. And then they've got in the pool, billiards and fitness center. That's the clubhouse. So and then they have the pool, the billiards, and the fitness center activities, and they have pickleball open play from 8 to 10, and water aerobics from 9:30 to 10:30. So not a bad Friday, but I also have work to do. So I have to get my stuff. I have to work out what I need to get done when I need to get it done. And maybe I'll see if I can get over to learn line dancing. Okay, so let's have a look. Oh, you guys are commenting a lot here. Jason, which movie are you talking about? You've got he was in that? I don't remember that. Which movie was that you're talking about? So I think that the next comment, that's so true, when we're talking about time working against you if you have negative feelings about it. Yes, line dance, have somebody Facebook Live while you take lessons. Absolutely not. You are not watching me line dance. Not just yet anyway. I got to figure this thing out. I got to get my coordination work. I've heard good things about Judy. Haven't seen it, but heard it was good. I watched the trailer of it earlier, and it seemed pretty good. So I remember watching, what was the name of that movie? think it was Somewhere Over the Rainbow was the name of the movie, and that was Man from Snowy River. Yeah, he was the guy that played the guy that owned the station, the ranch. So he played Harrison. So he was the guy that was against Jim Craig dating his daughter. So that's who Kirk Douglas. Sorry, I got Kurt Russell on the brain for some reason. That's who Kirk Douglas played. He was Harrison, who owned the ranch that that Jim Craig went and worked at. Yeah, that's who. So he was one of the main characters in that. Yeah, no, it's a fabulous movie. I've got it in my DVDs, and so I might go and watch that too. So let me know when you're watching it, and we can text each other backwards and forwards, do a watch party or something with texting, or maybe we could FaceTime. Be interested in Katie's comments on that one. So yes, I'm not sure what we're going to do tomorrow, but we've definitely got work to do. And then Saturday we're heading to somewhere in Arizona. Where am I going to in Arizona? It's outside of Phoenix. That's going to be a long day because it's like a 5-hour drive, that one. So that one's going to be a lot. That's going to be one of my longest days. Are you back again? Hey? She's so cute. She's been very good today. She even had some water when we stopped at the rest area, and we took her around, and she was like, oh, what's going on? And then trucks would like do it, and the trucks were releasing their brake, doing the air brake thing. And she was like, what's that? What's that? What's that? So she heard a lot of new noises today and a lot of new sounds and things. Hi. Okay, so that's it from us. Let's see, Man from Snow. Yeah. So yeah, so maybe I'll learn some line dancing tomorrow. You will have to tune in tomorrow to find out what I get up to tomorrow. But I know I definitely got work to do, so I'll get that done first. And based on how that's going as to whether I go and learn to line dance. That could be an adventure. But somebody would have to stay in the oh, once I got the RV set up, she's like looking around. I was gonna have lunch first, then set up her crate. But she's like sniffing around and looking around. She couldn't find her toys. She knew her crate was folded up on the bed. So I went and pulled her toys out, got her crate set up. Then I went and had lunch, and she settled straight down. As soon as I got her crate up and I got her toys out, she was happy. So we're both going to sleep well tonight. But anyway, have a super fantastic, sparkling evening, and we will catch you guys tomorrow, and tune in to see if I do go line dancing or I don't. We'll see. It sounds like fun, doesn't it? And this whole trip is about new experiences and adventures. So we have to put that on the calendar for tomorrow, Zeph, to go line dancing. Yep, for that? Nope. Okay, I am. So yeah, just remember, it's all about new experiences on this thing. So we're going to go learn line dancing tomorrow. All right. Have a super fantastic, sparkling evening, and we will let you know how we got on with line dancing. Hek konera.